Crucial federal funding for after-school programs hangs in the balance for the coming year. But Omaha's Collective for Youth isn't just hoping for the best. They're making some noise, joining an annual nationwide movement to champion child care. Our Sydney Babb has been digging into this funding crisis since July. And tonight she shows us how Lights On After School is creating both fun and urgent national awareness.
Federal funding for after-school childcare is on the line again. In early July, childcare organizations faced $6 billion in federal funding cuts. The Trump administration released those funds but has called to defund the programs in 2026.
The first round with the Senate is the 21st Century funds were passed at level funding, which feels like a cut because there hasn't been any increases for multiple years, and now it's in the House.
For Collective for Youth and their child care partners, the federal funds are necessary every year.
The federal funds are critical. It's about 20% of our program budget, and it really helps us leverage other local funds to invest in after school. It's a critical piece to make sure that your programs are high quality because there's lots of evaluation components that come with it to make sure that kids are in a high quality setting.
Collective for Youth is using this year's annual Lights On After School event as a way to let parents and others in the community voice their concerns to representatives.
We have little postcards that people can simply put their name, or they can write something that they like about after school on it, and then we will address them and send them to our delegation so that they can hear from different people about why after school is so important to them.
Committee member Shailene Meeks helped plan the event and shared its main message for Omaha and the nation as a whole.
After school is important. It saves lives. And also, too, it provides kids the opportunities to experience things that they normally may not be able to do at home.
She explained one of the most important things that kids are able to do is develop relationships with the community.
Anything that they get to have the opportunity to be hands-on with, to have fun, to laugh, just be able to enjoy and celebrate, they look forward to.
In Omaha, I'm Sydney Babb, First Alert 6.
Lights On After School will be hosted at UNO's Sapp Fieldhouse from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. Collective for Youth says it's expecting about 1,000 people to take part.